Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona tonight. It is a beautiful Friday night here in Phoenix at Arcadia High School as the 2-0 Arcadia Titans are looking to face off against the 2-1 Benjamin Franklin Chargers. This is Bobby Murphy, who will be play-by-play tonight here with Michael Manny, who will be on the color. My apologies, Michael. Michael, how are you doing tonight?
Bobby, it's a great night for football and excited for a good one here.
Yeah, this should be a great game. Arcadia, we've, of course, been with the last two games, and they've looked good. A 34-6 win over St. Mary's and a nail-biting 34-28 win at Walden Grove down in Tucson last week. But, yeah, they've looked great so far. The offense has looked great. Braylon Rooney has been carrying this team offensively along with Brady Forrest. But, yeah, this team has looked great. What do you want to see from them tonight against the Chargers?
Well, so Arcadia has the chance to start 3-0 for the second consecutive season tonight against Benjamin Franklin. That game last week, we were down there in Sarita against Walden Grove. That is what you would call an instant classic. 34-28 came down to the final drive of the game. Arcadia stopped Walden Grove on 4th down and 1. Now here against Benjamin Franklin, who they played last year. Arcadia won 16-9. Benjamin Franklin since moved down back to 3A after a couple years up here with Arcadia in 4A. Tonight for Arcadia, we talked to Jeff Alba with Arcadia football before the start of our ball game tonight, and he said that the team is feeling good. They're confident. They're on a roll. They want to just keep the good vibe going.
Oh, yeah, and, I mean, with the offense, I mean, that's what Jeff talked about before the game, that they've just been a lot better this year. Braylon Rooney has been looking great at quarterback. And, yeah, just the offense has been one of the strong points of the team this year.
It looks like Chargers have won the coin toss and have elected to receive.
So, yeah, it looks like we will see the Chargers offense on the field to start. As we said, they are 2-1 on the season. Started off with a 40-0 win at Chrisman, a 6-0 win versus Coolidge, and then lost last week 34-7 down in Tucson against Push Ridge Christian Academy. But, yeah, the defense for the first two games for the Chargers looked amazing before they kind of had a tough game last week. But what do you want to see? What do you expect to see from the Chargers tonight, and how can Arcadia stop them?
Well, Benjamin Franklin, it's the start of a new era for them. They have a new head coach in Danny Morris, who's taken the helm. He was at Gilbert Christian the last 4 years. He's come on over here to Benjamin Franklin over in Queen Creek. Last year, under their old head coach, Dave Jeffries, ran the double wing T offense. So think about 2 tight ends, 2 wing backs, and a fullback. They're more of a traditional offense now, so expecting a great ground game. And the passing game a little underdeveloped. We've got a freshman and a sophomore. Ty Sather and Gavin Weiler have seen time at quarterback this year so far. So it's going to be a heavy dose in the running game is for sure. And we'll see how the passing game develops.
Oh, yeah, and these first few games for the Chargers, Rich Allen has been carrying this offense 103 yards. Essentially, or about 103 yards per game on the ground for him. Like you said, he transitioned to running back this year after being the quarterback last year, but he has pretty much been the load for the offense this year. And as we're coming on, the kickoff is almost ready to receive.
I think he just turned us down.
Are we off? Or?
No, we're on.
I know, I just don't hear.
Yeah.
Can you say something for?
And Garrick Heil going to kick it off for Arcadia. We got a lot of positive comments about Garrick Heil last week. Arcadia thinks he's one of the best kickers in the conference. He's got a big leg, and we saw that last week.
Oh, yeah, and especially in warm-ups, each game in warm-ups, he's kicking a lot of deep, 40-plus yard kicks. So we did see an extra point blocked last week or the week before, but he's one of the best kickers in the state, Arcadia believes, and he's looked great so far. As Heil comes to kick it off, and here we go on a Friday night. And it's going to be a touchback, so the Chargers will start off to get the ball. And like you said, this Chargers offense will look a little bit different this year, especially with Danny Norris as the new head coach. What do you think Norris wants to see from the team tonight after a disappointing game from last week?
I think he just wants to see positive momentum. Just limit the negative plays, limit the mistakes, establish the ground game. That's got to be the first goal. That is where their strength lies on offense.
They're number 6. Can you see?
I'm gonna look.
I'm assuming he is. Here we go. Sather's under the gun, and it's going to be a run right up the middle to start off the game, and he is stuffed by the Titans defense.
So trying to spot from our vantage point. Trying to spot who we have at quarterback tonight. We weren't told either way pre-game. Like I mentioned, Ty Sather and Gavin Weiler have been the two quarterbacks that have seen action this year. We're seeing who comes out of the huddle.
Here we go. It's going to be a 2nd and 8 for the Chargers. Just snapping from right under the gun again. It's going to be a pitch to the left to Jeff Lambert, and he's out to the left and tackled. Not much of a gain there whatsoever, and it's going to be a big third down here for the Chargers.
Yeah, just a simple pitch play, you know, works and does its job.
And I mean, these first 2 plays, of course, these are just the first 2 of the game, but Arcadia's defense has looked good stopping these, and it's going to be a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 for the Chargers.
Today's word is rowdy.
And as mentioned earlier, this is Arcadia's home opener of the season, so they're looking to start off 1-0 in front of the fans at home.
So that is number 8, Willie Nelson, out at quarterback. He threw 1 pass earlier this season. He's the 3rd quarterback to start a game in 3 games for Benjamin Franklin this year.
And I believe his 1 pass was a 31-yard touchdown. According to Max Preps, that is
it
what
was
I saw
indeed.
There, but looks like he'll be under center today and a little delayed on us there. But that is a big loss on 3rd down, so it's going to be 4th down, 4th and 6 for the Chargers, and Arcadia will get the ball after a quick 3 and out.
Yeah, there's just not quite much you can do. They're just trying to generate push, and they weren't able to do that there.
Punt gets off, caught around the 47-yard line, and it's muffed, and it looks like he might have jumped on top of that. It looks like that the Titans will maintain the ball.
That was Chris Hughes trying to field that punt. Hughes was out last week with an injury, so good to see him back out there, but luckily for Arcadia, they were able to get that one back.
Yeah, I mean, having Who's back out there on the field is going to be big because Brady Forrest does get a lot of touches, so it will be good to have a nice change of pace with Who's in there and just to keep Forrest's legs fresh.
50-50 raffles going on until halftime. It is time we announce the winner.
It's going to be Arcadia to start on the 49-yard line with just under 10 minutes left in the first quarter after that 3 and out. Big 6'5" junior Braylon Rooney under center to start off the game. Oh, it's going to be Carter Pruitt, deep play. Carter Pruitt has just been a great receiver for Rooney so far this year.
Oh, hasn't he, Bobby? Carter Pruitt, we called his name seemingly every play last week at Walden Grove. He's everywhere, whether that's offense, defense, defensive back, on special teams, taking a pass out of the backfield, taking a couple carries away from Brady Forrest. He's just some of the players on Benjamin Franklin's roster listed as athlete. That's what Carter Pruitt is, a pure athlete.
And as a 6'3", 200-pound senior, he is a big body out there. Big pass catcher for Rooney. It's going to be Rooney in the shotgun for the first down, hands it off to Forrest. Forrest just a big burst of speed on the outside, and he just gets a big gain on the outside there on that first down.
And Brady Forrest just showing his elusiveness. Not only is he fast, Brady Forrest just has great acceleration and just able to, he's shifty. That's something I've noticed about him from when I first started watching his film at the beginning of the year. He's just shifty. Really, really great elusiveness.
Yeah, and at 5'7", 165, not the tallest guy, but does have some weight on him, but he has been really fun to watch so far this season in these first few games. It's going to be Rooney in the shotgun on this first down, hands it off again to Forrest, and he's just going to be stuffed. Maybe a yard gain, but not much there.
Back to that, what I was talking about on Forrest, he's kind of almost reminds me of Darren Sproles. He's got that kind of size, not the biggest guy in the world, but fast, shifty, able to make defenders miss.
Yeah, and Sproles is just around that same size, and as a Chargers fan, I do love Darren Sproles, always have, so that is a great comparison there. But yeah, just as shifty, Forrest, great pass catcher as well, and is able to just have a quick burst of speed whenever. It's been Rooney rolling out, looking left, and sacked, going down, almost got out of it for a sec, but Rooney's going to be sacked at the 34-yard line. That is a big loss, and the downs are not showing up right now, but I believe that's going to be a 3rd and long.
And that was Ridge Allen on the sack. That's another one of those guys that are excellent athletes, can play both sides of the ball. We mentioned him at the top of the show. He was the quarterback in this game against Arcadia last year. There he is coming in to make life a little tougher for Braylon Rooney.
And it's going to be a 3rd and 22, it looks like, for the Titans, and this is going to be a big play for Rooney. Do you think he'll go deep down the field?
He's got that good arm.
And it's going to be a screen pass to Forrest, and he is tackled. Looks like he could have gone away for a sack, but that's going to be about a 5-6 yard gain. And they're about on the 29-yard line, so this could be a long kick. Let's see if they're going to kick it with Heil.
And it could be a long kick depending on who you have on special teams at this level, but they've got a good kicker, so they may give him a shot here.
Yeah, and Ray Brown does love Heil. He trusts his leg a lot, so we'll see what they decide to do here, and it looks like they'll kick it. Snap is up, kick is long, and it is good. What a kick by Garrick Heil to give the Titans a 3-0 lead, and they are hyped up.
And I mean, rightly so. Arcadia knows they have something special in Garrick Heil, and why wouldn't they be excited about this kid? He's got great range, great accuracy, and he's got a cannon for a leg. We've seen that. We saw that at St. Mary's down at Phoenix College to start the year. We saw it last week, and here we are here putting 3 up on the board.
And with 6:23 left, of course, the Arcadia does lead 3-0 over the Benjamin Franklin Chargers. What do we expect to see from the Chargers in this second drive for them?
Well, we just are we're going to see what kind of things they do with the running game. I'm curious to see, are we going to see pitch plays, counter plays, just a straight power? I'm interested to see the run, and when will we see our first pass? That's going to be something to look at.
Yeah, and the Max Preps, when I was looking at it, just to do some research on the Chargers, could be a little inaccurate at some points, but it looks like they've yet to throw a touchdown pass this year. So this is new for this is kind of a, like you mentioned, saying a big running team for this Chargers offense. As Howell comes out for the kick. Kicks up, and it's a deep one down to just inside the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback.
Yeah, it is, though, something we have to point out. That's a win, though. If you're Benjamin Franklin on that last drive, Arcadia's offense is hot. We've seen that all year. 34-0, week 1, 34-28 in week 2. Keeping them out of the end zone, holding them to a field goal, that's a moral victory. Although there are no moral victories in football, but that's not nothing, holding them to a field goal. Now, if you're Benjamin Franklin, you got to capitalize on that.
And Norris has to be happy with that stop there, especially that big sack. And here come the Chargers, just under center in the snap again. And it looks like it's going to be a run up the middle, and not much of a gain there again.
That's a whole host of Titans on the tackle.
And this Titans defense these last few games really just swarms in. Their defense has looked really good these last few games. Better against St. Mary's, but against Walden Grove, it did allow 28 points, but they did, of course, make that big stop end of the game when they needed to. But yeah, this is a solid defense. The offense is talked about a lot more, but the defense gets stops, especially when they need to.
And the offense may get touted as the strength of this team, but this defense is good enough to win games too.
It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Chargers with the pitch going left or up the middle.
Looked like a reverse.
Took a kind of misdirection reverse, but again, the Titans come up and John Coulter with the tackle. John Coulter, of course, one of the best defenders on that team at linebacker, but he's one of the best defenders on the team and a great tackler.
Yeah, John Coulter had 41 tackles last season. That's the 4th most on the team last season.
And it's going to be 3rd and 10 for Benjamin Franklin. We saw earlier in the season St. Mary's didn't pass the ball that much, really at all in that first game. But let's see if Benjamin Franklin is able to switch it up a little bit because the Titans were able to stop that easily. And look, it's going to be a deep fade down the field, and it's going to be deflected, and it's going to be a 4th down. What a great defensive play.
That is an excellent defensive play indeed. That's the first pass we've seen. That was intended for Ridge Allen. Not a bad throw, but coverage was good. It was double coverage with a 3rd man lurking near.
And Ridge Allen, he's a guy who can do everything. I mean, he's, of course, their leading rusher, just over 100 yards a game. But he has been really solid for them overall in these first few games. But big stop there. Looked like a solid throw that from here looks like it was on target. But it's going to be another punt for the Benjamin Franklin Chargers. Here comes the punt, and it is not the best punt. It's going to be out of bounds just around the 45-yard line. So that's going to be great field position for Rooney and the Titans offense.
And that's not something you want to do, is give Arcadia good field position. This is an offense that can put up points in bunches and in a hurry.
Yeah, and Rooney, after that sack, can't be super happy with his line and himself for not getting out of it, really, because he knows that his legs can get him out of those big sacks like that. That's what he was talking about a lot earlier in the season. But yeah, with Rooney and Forrest, we've all talked about it a lot, but this offense is very exciting and will be big in this game. Here's Rooney in the shotgun. It's going to be a play action as he steps back. Deep pass down the field, and it's going to be just overthrown to Alex Alba. Alex Alba, who didn't play last week, I don't believe, but he's back in today, and just overthrown there. It looks like he had him down the field. Yeah,
Alba, they're trying to get him going. We talked to his father before the game, and he said, something we saw from Alex, we were expecting some big plays from Alex this season. That's what Arcadia is expecting too. Big plays. They're trying to get him going. He's a big part of this offense. Just missed that one there. That's going to be offsides.
And Rooney does love those deep passes. We did see it a little bit. He does love to test his arm and get that ball down the field and take some deep shots. But just overthrown there. That could have been a huge play for them. And it looks like it will be a 2nd and 5 for the Titans.
And the only thing worse than giving that Arcadia great field position, it's giving them free field position. That's a killer. Just preventable penalties there if you're Benjamin Franklin.
And here's Rooney in the snap again with 4 receivers out wide. Fade down the field, and it is, oh my gosh, just a almost caught ball by Jeremy Smith. Looked like it might have been knocked out at the last second right there, but there is a flag in the backfield.
So we'll have to see what that was. I didn't see what happened there in the backfield. Maybe roughing the passer, maybe a hold. We'll have to see. So personal foul.
Against the Titans, so they're going to go back a lot, it looks like. But, yeah, it's going to be a big 2nd and long for the Titans. Rooney, again, testing that arm, trying to get that ball down the field, but he does like to take those deep shots, and I think Brady Brown likes to see it too.
He does, and he has an excellent arm. I didn't see what happened here in the backfield. Maybe it was a chop block. But in either case, it's going to be 2nd down and 20. Might as well call it 2nd down in Scottsdale.
And here's Rooney in the shotgun once again. Muff snap, he's running out left, and of course he's running down the field. Big run for Braylon Rooney, and he is going and taken down just around the 25. That is what they love to see with Braylon Rooney, turning not much of a play with the muff snap into a big run out left for 20-plus yards.
Yeah, that's going to be a 1st down. How about that? I said 2nd in Scottsdale prior to the play. Almost a disaster there. Fumble the snap. How about that? You want to talk about making something out of nothing. That's more than something. That just shows the talent of Braylon Rooney right there.
And of course, I know we've talked about it a lot, but Braylon Rooney has stressed many times that he wants to keep running, and just so far this season, he has looked phenomenal, turning not much into a lot. And here's the handoff over to Forrest, out left, out right, and he's going down the field, and it's going to be a touchdown Titans. Touchdown Brady Forrest, about a 25-yarder, out to the right, touchdown Brady Forrest.
And once,
9-0 Titans.
And once Brady Forrest just found the corner here, nobody was going to catch him. He's just got that escapability and that speed. There's not really anything you can do about that once he finds the edge if you're Benjamin Franklin.
And just great, great blocking by the Titans right there as Forrest was able to get outside there. But from being backed up all the way, 2 big rush plays to turn nothing into something, and then Forrest turning just a possibly short run into a long run. That's the specialty of Brady Forrest right there. And here's the kick for Heil, and it is going to be a 10-0 lead for the Arcadia Titans. That is just kind of crushing. Of course, it's still early for the Chargers, but after getting them all the way back, 2 plays, and they turn it into a touchdown.
That is a tough break. 2nd down and 20. Benjamin Franklin thinks they got him right where they want them, and Braylon Rooney's just able to make that great play. That's just a tough break.
And after 2 punts, that Benjamin Franklin will look to get going more. Hopefully they can implement the pass a little bit into their game, as they have really been just more of a run-heavy offense so far this year. But we saw with St. Mary's that Arcadia was able to just stack the box and stop the run. St. Mary's, really, their pass game was pretty much non-existent, and the Titans were easily able to stop that.
If you're Benjamin Franklin, I know the running game is their focal point, but you have to be careful at not becoming one-dimensional, because if that happens, then Arcadia is able to stack the box and key in on one thing. They have to, even if they don't pass the ball, they have to have the threat of the passing game present in Arcadia's mind.
And with it just under 4 minutes left in the first quarter, it is going to be a 10-0 lead, the Arcadia Titans over the Benjamin Franklin Chargers, as the Chargers look to receive the kick and get the ball back. There's Heil with the kick, and it looks like it is going to be another touchback. And wow, he was able to just as a high school kicker, touchbacks are not given every single time, but Heil just has an absolute cannon for a leg.
And we'll keep talking about it. He does. He's excellent. You know, what's funny is he's what I called in week 1 of this season. I called a game up in Flagstaff at the Walkup Sky Dome, the home of NAU. There, I saw a team in Las Vegas, from Las Vegas, Arborview. Their kicker was Adam Vinatieri's nephew. You want to think about top kickers of all time, and I don't. Garrick Heil's right up there with that famous Vinatieri name. He's got an excellent leg.
And here's a run out to the right, and he's going deep, far down the field, and it looks like that is going to be a first down, and he's still going. Big run for the Chargers there, and that's going to be Rich Allen on the carry.
And good job by Rich Allen just to find some space there.
And I mean, first of all, before we get back to this, back to the Vinatieri, love to see the bloodline running through the legs again for those kickers in the family.
That's just a fun coincidence I like to bring up. But, I mean, Garrick Heil, he's right up there in the high school kickers I've seen in my day. He's among the best of them. He's just got a great leg.
And right after that, big first down for Ridge Allen on the long run for the Chargers. They're going to be, of course, under center again. It's going to be pitch out to the left to Jet Lambert, and another big run for the Chargers, and he's going to be stopped maybe just short of the first down. And it's going to be Logan Connolly on the tackle there for the Titans.
So now we see stringing a couple positive runs together. That's what you want if you're Benjamin Franklin. Just string a few together and get that forward momentum.
And here's going to be a run up the middle with a little bit of fake pitch trickery in the back. That kind of had me for a sec after just a simple run, but had me looking all around. But it looks like that is going to be a first down for the Chargers.
Yeah, it looks like it. Willie Nelson just took that himself.
And this offense does have a lot of guys. I mean, they have 3 guys who have thrown a pass this year, a lot of guys who can play quarterback. And after the little bit of, I mean, right there, that's just a handoff up the middle. But with a little bit of the fake pitches in the back, that kind of got me. I'm fully expecting the Chargers offense and Danny Norris to implement a little bit of some trick play passes out there with, I mean, all the guys who can throw passes, who can be a quarterback, get some trickery over there. It's going to be another pitch hand up, another pitch run just right up the middle. Ridge Allen gets a few yards, and it's going to be just about second down.
Yeah, they are doing exactly that. They're using misdirection, direct snaps, and pitches, and it wouldn't shock me if we saw the Wildcat. Or they're finding different ways to get their playmakers the ball, trying to keep this Arcadia defense off balance.
Yeah, I mean, this Wildcat offense really could be anyone. The guy who they're starting at quarterback today only has one attempt this year down the field. But like we said, it was a 31-yard touchdown. Here's another pitch, run up the middle, and it's going to be stopped. Big stop there for maybe a loss of 1. Ridge Allen just could not get anywhere there.
No, just couldn't generate space on that time.
And here's going to be a big 3rd and 7 for the Chargers offense, looking to get some points on the board before the end of the first quarter with just around 1:30 left.
Jacob Teekamp on that last tackle here. He's been an active presence on this drive. Clock rolling down here, and they're clearly in no hurry.
See Jet Lambert in motion in the backfield. And it's going to be Jet Lambert down the field, and it looks like he's going to get the first down there. That was just a great burst of speed by him there.
That is just great job bursting through the hole. And here we go. Now Benjamin Franklin generating a couple first downs on this drive. So falling down 10-0 early. Now they're quickly trying to get back in this one. Still a long way to go, but their best offensive drive of the game so far.
And their rush offense, has definitely been looking a lot better on this drive. It's going to be another pitch to Jet Lambert, and he's going to get maybe 4 or 5 yards, maybe 6 on that play. Couldn't get a great view of that. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be a fumble. Titans recover the fumble. That was kind of a late view there from everyone on the field over here, but the Titans will recover the fumble.
Jackson Crandall recovered that for Arcadia. We both got faked out. I didn't even see the ball pop free, but right when I mentioned that Benjamin Franklin's generating some positive momentum, they got a couple first downs on that drive, and then there we go, another avoidable mistake and giving Arcadia the ball back. Already up 10 points. They're going to try to go put another 7 on the board.
And here's just Braylon Rooney, 6'5". He just looks absolutely huge on the field from down here. And it's going to be an outside, still going down the field. That is going to be Chris Hughes. Great to see Chris Hughes get some carries out there. Sorry for the delay right there. But Chris Hughes on kind of the end around there, but gets possibly, looks like a first down there. 8, sorry.
And
second and 2.
Yeah, and Chris Hughes, this offense, had a great showing last week, but they missed Chris Hughes, and showing a hurdle over a guy he's a welcome re-addition back to this offense, that's for sure.
Definitely. It's going to be 2nd and 2 with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Rooney in the shotgun looking down the field, and almost Jeremy Smith with the one-handed catch. Looks like that could have been a tiny bit overthrown, but looked like it was catchable by Jeremy Smith. He did not look happy that he missed that ball, but that was a tough play.
Yeah, that's a tough play. Anytime you got to make a play with one hand is a tough one. That looked like that pass was a little bit ahead of him, but not so. But still, 3rd down and manageable here. 3rd and 2. It's very easily pick upable if you're Arcadia, if you execute, that is.
And I mean, they could try an RPO here, either just give it to Forrest up the middle, maybe on the outside, or kind of roll out with Rooney. We've seen a lot of that in these past 2 games for them so far. Ooh, and it's going to be Forrest up the middle, but he's going to get stopped just short. For possibly no gain, it looked like.
So that's a great job by Benjamin Franklin's defense. No committed turnover, and then come right back out and get a 3 and out. That's a big, another, small victory. Small victories build up to a big one in the end, or they can if you execute.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. But yeah, this Benjamin Franklin defense, I mean, I know that's 10 points in the first, but it has looked pretty solid tonight, and the Arcadia offense has looked solid as well. And we're going to send you off to break here, 10-0 at the end of the first quarter. Arcadia leads.
Hi, my name is Eric Perry, and I'm the proud owner of Eco Roofing Solutions. I've been in this industry for over 25 years, and I'm the current president of the Arizona Roofing Contractors Association. Our mission is to provide the absolute best customer experience, and we operate all over the entire state of Arizona. We will come out and provide a courtesy, no obligation roof inspection to you, as well as an estimate within 24 hours. Our team is dedicated to providing the best quality product and workmanship, and we're here to serve you. You can call us at 480-695-7736 or check us out online at ecoroofaz.com. To learn more about us, you can find me on Instagram at YourBeardedRoofer or at Eco Roofing Solutions AZ. We are proud supporters of our community's youth and the next generation, and we would love for you to come and join the hashtag Eco Family today.
Call Eric and his team at Eco Roofing Solutions, 480-695-7736, and they'll give you a fast, free, no-nonsense estimate. Tell them Vince sent you.
That's going to be Garrick Heil in the backfield on 4th and 2. Scoreboard looks like it is wrong, but it's going to be about 4th and 2, 4th and 4 for the Titans looking to punt here.
That looks like it's Ty Sather back there to return. That is Ty Sather back to return for Benjamin Franklin. He's one of the other 2 quarterbacks that have seen action at that spot this year.
And he's thrown the most passes for this team so far, so I was kind of surprised to not see him under center tonight. But, of course, this is more of a run-heavy offense. So it looks like there's a tiny bit of delay on the field, and here we go. Punt goes up, and there's Ty Sather. Looks like that punt's going to drop, and it's going to be just around the 37-yard line.
Shout out right now to the Arcadia boosters.
Is it Sather or Sather?
Alba, as president, have you seen the new
Okay. I didn't ask.
parents, Johnny, my father, and myself, cheerleaders and players, thank you for having uniforms so we can read the numbers. Good job.
And we have seen, honestly, a lot more of the Benjamin Franklin offense than I thought we would see tonight. I thought that we'd see a lot more of Arcadia just running the clock with their balanced offense like we've seen the last 2 games with them. But they've really been controlling the clock all season so far. But the Chargers defense has been able to prevent that.
You're right there. Arcadia has that balanced attack, but Benjamin Franklin's defense is doing a great job. They've got 2 3 and outs in this game.
And there's going to be another one of those pitches going on the outside, and Ridge Allen's going to be just stopped short on the outside.
Yeah,
These pitches have been a little, not like your traditional pitch, kind of just like straight back, but it's been an interesting kind of setup for them.
It has, and Ridge Allen there on that last play just couldn't find anything to the edge, but no, it has been. It's been a good setup. If you're Benjamin Franklin, just like I mentioned earlier, trying to find different ways to get their playmakers the ball, and they're succeeding at that so far. Just hasn't resulted in points on the scoreboard.
It's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Chargers offense as another pitch out left, and it's going to be somewhat of a big gain here. Looks like that might be a first down there.
Looks like Camden Coyne along with Xander Quintana on the stop.
Going to be spotted at about the 44.
And so that's going to be a 3rd and 2 for the Chargers offense. I mean, this run game has just the Titans defense, I thought that they'd have less trouble stopping it, but they've been really solid so far. Especially, the blocking of the O-line has been great. And here's gonna be looks like a QB sneak up the middle, and that's easily gonna be a first down there.
And that's just a great job. The Benjamin Franklin offensive line is doing a great job generating push. And that's something we haven't mentioned tonight. The offensive line, if we're not talking about Ridge Allen, the offensive line is the star position group on this team. Two brothers that anchor both tackle spots. Ammon Alexander, the senior, his younger brother Jake. The two of them getting to play together on varsity for the first time this year. So I'm sure that's a very, very special moment for them. And they're doing a good job generating push for Ridge Allen and for Willie Nelson on all their other ball carriers.
And here comes another pitch out left, and it's going to be Ridge Allen. Stop. Very short. Looks like that might be a loss of yards. And that's going to be Nick McCormick on the tackle. Nick McCormick, he's just all over on the defense out there. I know we talk about John Coulter a lot, but Nick McCormick is a great guy over there in that secondary.
That he is. That's the thing with all of these linebackers on this Arcadia defense. They're a bunch of rovers. They can make a play from sideline to sideline.
And it's going to be 2nd and 11 for the Benjamin Franklin offense. They've been able to push the ball a little bit down this drive. A little bit of loss of yardage, but then they'll make up for it and get a first. But let's see how they go. Ball on the 50-yard line with just around 9 minutes left. And it's going to be a rollout. Willie Nelson's rolling out, and he's going to throw it, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Late hit, and it looks like that's going to be a roughing the passer call.
And that's hard to miss if you're the official. Willie Nelson took a shot there on the end of that play.
And the Arcadia fans were not happy, but that did look like it was definitely a late hit there, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Chargers, and that's a big one because that would have been a 3rd and long.
It would have. We talked about avoidable penalties on the Benjamin Franklin side. That's, one of those on the Arcadia side. Hit the quarterback late, and that's going to be a good chunk of yardage, a big chunk of yardage for Benjamin Franklin.
And we haven't seen Arcadia so far this season really stack up on those penalties a lot. They've been a pretty solid, a pretty disciplined team so far, but that is going to hurt there for this Arcadia defense. It's going to be the handoff to Ridge Allen up the middle, and he's just going to gain maybe a few yards there.
Yeah, going back to that last play, Arcadia they're a very disciplined team. Not a ton of penalties crop up with them, but now Benjamin Franklin's here in good field position. We got to see how they'll take advantage of it now.
And that's going to be a 2nd and 8 for the Chargers. Yeah, Ridge Allen, we knew he'd be a workhorse this game, but he is getting a lot of those carries out there.
Arcadia stacking the box again.
And here's Willie Nelson under center. And it's going to be a reverse and they tricked me there again. Carter Pruitt with the tackle. And Carter Pruitt, we talk about him a lot as a receiver, but as a defender, he's out there a lot. In the secondary for this team. A lot more talk about as a wide receiver, but he is a big part of that defense.
That he is.
Here's a big 3rd and 8 for the Chargers offense. If they can get this, that'll be big for this team to get some points on the board here. It's going to be another bunch formation. It's going to be a pitch out to Ridge Allen, and it looks like he is going to be short of the first down, gain maybe 3 or 4 yards there.
And Keyshawn Middleton on the tackle. That's the first time we've called his name tonight. It's now going to be interesting. 4th down and 8. What is Benjamin Franklin going to do here? We don't know what the range of their kicker is.
And they definitely do trust their defense, but from here, I mean, at the 32, 33, there's really no reason to punt unless you're going to try and dial them inside the 10. But with a team that doesn't pass that much, 4th and 6 is kind of a tough one, but I don't think you can punt here, so it's really, are you going to try a rollout with Nelson or just maybe another pitch on the outside to Ridge Allen?
I don't know. Maybe we'll see Danny Morris go into his bag of tricks.
It looks like there's going to be a timeout by the Chargers offense.
Chargers.
Yeah, it looks like the Chargers offense and Danny Norris wants to talk over that and see. Maybe they didn't like something with the Titans defense there, but they're going to want to talk that over and probably still go for it.
And it's going to be interesting what the play is now. They're sitting there in that huddle over there on the Benjamin Franklin sideline. Got to think they're thinking that they're trying to decide now. Maybe this is the time that they dial up a reverse, maybe a bootleg out to the right side, something to get either Willie Nelson out of the pocket, able to get a man open or something with some trickery, because 4th and 6, that's still manageable, but that's tough. Just with that straight just run play.
Yeah, I mean, an RPO with Ridge Allen and Willie Nelson could be a good call there. Just get him out of the pocket and allow him to either run or maybe hit him down the field. But yeah, this is going to be a huge play call here for the Chargers.
150 young girls dancing and doing the song. They'll be in a 3-hour training program this Saturday to learn what to do.
It's going to be Willie Nelson in the shotgun for the first time tonight, and it looks like that ball, that had to have been batted down. I couldn't really get a good view of it, but from that throw, I had to guess that was batted down.
Yeah, it looked like it was batted down there, and that's just a tough break. 4th and 6, that's a tough passing down, or running down, excuse me, so tried to sneak one out there to the left side and just couldn't quite complete that one.
And it looks like he could have had him on the slant pass there, but great defensive play on the bat down there.
Yeah, that it was good idea, good execution, just tough break to get that pass batted down.
So here we go. I mean, there's going to be 6:30 left in the first half, and Braylon Rooney's back out there on the field, but this Chargers offense is doing a good job of keeping him off the field. It's going to be a screen pass out to Alex Alba, and he's going to get a big first down there. Looks like that's going to be about 20-ish yards as he just kept going down the field there. I mean, that's a great yards after catch play right there.
And that was Brady Forrest on the run back there and just showing his, once again, showing his elusiveness. Jerseys are hard to see, believe me.
Yeah, thank you for the correction there. I saw the 6 and the 8. I'm like, that looks like Brady Forrest. The number looks like Alex Alba, but thank you for the correction.
Oh,
there.
Jerseys are hard to see, believe me.
And here we go. There's Brady Forrest there with the run. Going to gain a few yards on a big hit there. Yeah, you'd think with Brady Forrest you could easily tell, I mean, with his physique, that it is Brady Forrest. Yeah, the numbers will confuse you. Especially when the 6 looks very much like the 8.
The numbers could be neon or something. I've seen that. I've seen all sorts of wacky colors.
I need me a pair of binoculars like you do, because that looks amazing. And here's a Rooney. He's going to roll out, and it's going to be a pass down the field, and Jeremy Smith is going to make the catch.
That's a great catch by Jeremy Smith. Even a greater job by Braylon Rooney to get that ball out. He took a tough hit low there. Usually the referees try to avoid that, getting the quarterback hit low like that, but.
And there's Rooney making another play with his legs right there. Able to get out of that, and like you said, it's just a great throw there. But yeah, that was a late low hit that could have been called.
Lucky that Braylon Rooney's okay. Those late hits those low hits, can be dangerous.
Here's Rooney under center, and he's going to hand it off to Brady Forrest, who's going to take a big run on the outside and be just short of the first down, it looks like.
And it looks like we got an injured Charger near the Arcadia sideline.
And we're going to go to break just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Arcadia leads Benjamin Franklin 10-0.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you. I'm Ryan Sikora. I'm going to be one of the interns this fall at the Varsity Sports Show. So happy to be with you guys this year. I've loved sports for as long as I can remember, and I cannot wait to be with you guys on Thursday, Friday, and even some Saturdays all this year.
And here we come back just under 5 minutes in the first quarter. Preston Kleinman from the Chargers coming out there just late. And there's going to be a run there. Looks like that was Joe Hoos there on the carry.
And there's Joe Hoos. That's the first time we've called his name tonight. Gets a few yards there. Didn't see much of him last week at Walden Grove. That was pretty much the Brady Forrest and Carter Pruitt show. We also saw John Coulter get some reps at fullback. You know, Joe Hoos is in the mix here. They've got no shortage of guys that can carry the ball and carry the ball outstandingly.
And in that first game, we saw a lot more Joe Hoos after Forrest came out later in that game. It's going to be 2nd and 8 with Rooney in the shotgun here with 4 receivers out wide, 1 in motion. And he's going to look right, and it's going to be caught and taken down. Big hit there with Addison Hedman on the catch. Or with Nick, my apologies, Nick Gettner on the catch there.
That was Logan Sargent on the tackle there for Benjamin Franklin, and that was a good one. Getting there, didn't force the incompletion, but that's still a good catch, making sure Gettner just got just short of that first down marker.
It looks like it's going to be 3rd and 3 for this Chargers offense. What do you expect to see here? I mean, we've seen a lot of Rooney deep fades, just short fades into the back of the end zone here on these 3rd downs.
Yeah, we have seen that out to the far side there.
It looks like that's going to be a timeout by the Titans offense. Ray Brown and the offense will want to talk this over.
And notice Braylon Rooney at the top of your screen was lined up as a receiver over to the left side. It was bit of a wildcat formation, so it's going to be interesting if we see, like you said, we've seen fade routes to Carter Pruitt. We've seen that to Jeremy Smith. We've seen that we saw it to Brady Forrest in week 1. So it'll be interesting if they dial up something like that or just, hand it up out to John Coulter at fullback or just see if they try to bruise their way and get those 2 yards.
And Rooney at 6'5". I mean, as a defensive back out there, even seeing a quarterback against you, he is 6'5". That still has to be a nightmare matchup. And
Braylon Rooney is a man that's 6'5", that can move very, very well for a guy his size.
Athletic man out there. Kid.
All right, it's Titans 3rd and 2, 3:23.
And as the Titans look to come back out on the field and the Chargers defense is coming out just a tiny bit late. We're going to see a big third and short here from the Chargers as they look to get either 1st and goal or into the end zone.
And there's Rooney out there, lined up as a receiver again. That's Brady Forrest taking the snap.
And it looks like Forrest got that 1st down there. That is I don't really want to say a ballsy play call by Ray Brown, but just going deep into the bag. I know it wasn't exactly a trick play, but anytime you have the quarterback lined up outside and you should have a running back running up the middle, that's always a going deep into the playbook kind of call. And it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2 for the Titans, looking to extend their lead 3 minutes before half. And it looks like there's going to be another timeout by the Titans offense once again. But yeah, with 2:48 left, Ray Brown will want to run that over with his offense again. Kind of interesting play call there. Maybe he didn't like something in the formation there, but I mean, as Danny Norris, finally you're kind of seeing a long drive by the Arcadia offense. But yeah, Danny Norris and the Charge offense and defense has really collectively been able to avoid those long Arcadia drives. Pretty much not until this drive have they really gone a long one there.
Yeah, and we saw their big tight end Ian Slater was that time lined up to the left side. So it's going to be interesting to see what they dial up here. I mean, at this point in the field, Ray Brown's playbook is pretty wide open. Whether it is you dial up another short run, which we know Arcadia can execute with the best of them, fade route, we'll see what they do. But you have to hand it to Benjamin Franklin's defense. They've done it, outside of that one score by force early. They've done a pretty good job holding Arcadia out of the end zone.
And after that second touchdown in these last few plays by Arcadia, they're going to definitely want a touchdown out of this at 1st and goal. It's going to be a direct snap to Brady Forrest, and he is going to take a big hit and still get into the end zone there. That's going to be touchdown, Titans. Brady Forrest with another touchdown as they extend the lead 16-0. And wow, Brady Forrest just threw his body in there and just took a big hit as well as delivering a big hit there. But Brady Forrest, 5'7", delivering a blow there on the defense.
And when Brady Forrest gets a full head of steam like that, it's going to be hard to bring him down. He broke through one man and then initiated the contact into the end zone, reached across the plane. So that's just an excellent job all around by the Arcadia O-line and Brady Forrest.
As we see once again, the beloved Garrick Heil coming out to extend the lead to 17-0, and that is going to be good. Titans lead the Chargers 17-0 with 2:44 left in the first half.
Something we haven't mentioned, John Coulter, as great as he is on defense, he's excellent as a long snapper as well.
Oh yeah, and I mean just the chemistry there between Heil and Coulter, and my apologies, I did not see who the holder was on that play, but
Slater has been holding.
Slater?
Yeah, Ian Slater has been holding.
Well, thank you for that. But yeah, I mean, seeing Coulter out there, I mean, he's just a man of many talents, even if one of them is long snapping.
And that talent's a high commodity. Not everybody can do it. It's like place kicking. It's like punting. Not everyone can do it. So when you have guys on your squad that are versatile like that, can play multiple positions at a high level, that's just more value to your team.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, a lot of these guys out there can play a lot, especially Carter Pruitt, who we talked about earlier. But, yes, 17-0 as we see Heil come out to kick the ball back to the Chargers offense. Let's see if they can get a drive going.
That's Sather back to return, along with Preston Kleinman, who we saw exit earlier. So he's back on the field.
And it's going to be a little bit of a shorter kickoff by Heil this time, caught around the 10-yard line. And it's going to be taken outside and tackled just short of the 20-yard line, it looks like. And that is going to be Ridge Allen on that return. So yeah, as Danny Norris, what do you want to see from your offense this drive, just with 2:37 left in the first half, just to try and get some points on the board?
Well, they're just going to want. He's just going to want to see, just a drive like we saw earlier. No mistakes. You have to save time. They have timeouts. They have 2 timeouts left, so they'll have those. But no 2-minute warning at the high school level. They have to conserve time and get down the field quickly, so they're likely going to have to mix in some short passes if they don't want the clock to drain down too quickly.
And they're going to be in the shotgun this time, as there's going to be another loss of downs on the sweep run there. It's going to be a second, and it looks like 2nd and 10 again for the Chargers.
20-yard line, 2nd and 12.
Or 2nd and 12, it looks like.
It's a tough spot to be in if you're Benjamin Franklin, where not great field position. The passing game, they're struggling with it tonight, and they need to get down the field in a hurry. So But it looks like they're splitting 3 wide receivers out.
And they're going to be in the shotgun again here. We have not seen much of that so far this game by the Chargers. And it's going to be a QB. I don't know if that was a QB draw or if he just turned it into that, but a good gain of yards there. It looks like that might be a first down. Or maybe just short of the first down by a yard or two. But yeah, Ty Sather with a great run there.
Logan Connolly, good job. Good chase down tackle.
And this is going to be a big 3rd and 2 for the Chargers. I mean, if they miss this with 1:30 left, clock still running, Arcadia still has a timeout, I believe, and they could use that to get the ball back. But it looks like it's going to be a run up the middle for just a first down. So they're going to try and just get as many yards as they can here before the clock stops. But yeah, I mean, still, that's a big first down there for the Chargers, not allowing Arcadia to get the ball back with just over a minute left.
Looks like we're going to have Garen Dreyer and Noah Williams doing the kicking today. They should already be down in the end zone.
And just approaching a minute left, we'll see if Will Nelson and the Chargers offense can get anything going. With another shotgun snap, it's going to be a handoff to Ridge Allen. Just gets a few yards on the sweep run there. Yeah, clock going just under a minute. Clock stoppage, possible timeout by the Chargers.
Timeout.
So there's some positive gains on those last couple plays, but still 57 seconds and clock is going to be rolling again. So they need big plays and they need them fast.
And I mean, we've seen a lot of shotgun formations in this drive, probably more than we've seen, probably more in this drive than the rest of the game combined. But even if they're not passing the ball, they're still in the shotgun, getting that snap off and getting the handoff. So just a little bit of a different look here by Norris and the Chargers offense.
So we have Garen Dreyer and Noah Williams. We'll be doing the kicking for chicken.
And it looks like on the PA announcer overhead, there's going to be a kicking contest at half. Not sure what that will be, but it looks like it's called the Kick 'em for Chicken.
Kicking for chicken.
That is a beautiful, exciting name.
You gotta love alliteration.
Gotta love kicking for chicken.
You gonna go down and kick for some chicken?
If they let me, I hope so. I hope so.
Now let's see what Benjamin Franklin's gonna do. It's still not great field position.
It's going to be another shotgun snap for the Chargers as they're looking to get a pass down the field, and it's going to be just wide out of bounds there. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Chargers. And I mean, still 53 seconds left. Either you run, don't get the first down, or an incomplete pass. Arcadia uses their last timeout, and they may be out of timeouts. If the scoreboard is correct, I'm just now seeing. But it's going to be a shotgun snap, down the field look, and it looks like that's going to be way overthrown. Looks like he had him there. I mean, the safety was coming over, but if that ball was placed there perfectly, that would have been a big gain. But that's a tough throw, and it looks like the Titans are going to get the ball back.
Yeah, that was Grant Dukovitz on the it was intended for, just overthrew him. That's a tough break because he had a couple steps on him.
And with 48 seconds left, clock stopped, of course. The Chargers will be punting. Looks like that's going to be, it might be Chris Who's down there returning the punt. Cannot tell from here.
That is.
And it's going to be an over snap, over the punter snap, and he's going to try and pass the ball, but that is just really tough. It looks like that's going to be a intentional grounding as well, I believe. Late flag, so I'm guessing that has to be intentional grounding there, as he really just threw that nowhere just to get that off. But
that's what it would have to be, because there were no eligible receivers in the area. There were no receivers that were named eligible. So
not that you'd expect, but yeah, I mean that's for the Chargers. It's just a nightmare. Arcadia's going to get the ball back. 41 seconds, easily will have a good chance to score. With that intentional grounding, that's gonna.
They're gonna wave the penalty off.
They're gonna wave that flag off.
Either way, Arcadia is going to get great field position here. 41 seconds, no timeouts left, but still a lot of time. They work the sidelines to get another 3, another 7 maybe on the board here before half.
And, I mean, with no flag there, with no intentional grounding or whatever, I mean, great play by the punter. That saved them about 20 yards on the random throwaway there to save it.
No, it did. That still couldn't get the kickoff. that ball could have rolled into the end zone and been a touchdown Arcadia. So,
and I would not be surprised here, sorry to cut you off, if Rooney took a deep shot down the field on this first play of the drive. And it's going to be a flag. Looks like that might be a offsides. It looks like. My bad. I know I'm not supposed to say. Sorry.
Prior to the snap, encroachment.
Yeah, that's going to be encroachment on the Chargers defense. It's going to be 1st and 5 for the Titans.
1st and 5 with 40 seconds remaining in the first half.
The Titans ball on the 30, 40 seconds left, no timeouts. Let's see. I mean, it's not that much of a yardage, but let's see. They're 1-minute offense. And Rooney's going to drop back here deep and roll up a little bit, and he's calling for a block. He's going to take that outside and run. That's going to be about a 14, 15-yard run for Rooney, and we just love to talk about his legs. For good reason.
Yeah, for good reason, but they got to get up and snap the ball here quick. Are they going to spike it, or are they going to call a play?
4 receivers out wide for Braylon Rooney, and it looks like he is going to take the snap, throw it down the field, and that is going to be, I believe that is Alex Alba for the touchdown Titans.
And there's Alex Alba. We talked pregame about whether how we were gonna see him get involved. That was something Arcadia was focused on and getting him involved. There we are.
And I mean, that was just a great throw by Rooney. They're just perfectly leading Alex Alba, who I finally got correct, down the field there into the corner of the end, or kind of in the corner of the end zone. But Rooney loves those throws, either on a corner route or kind of a wheel route, streak, whatever. He loves those throws down the field, and he can definitely make them well.
And that's a good job by the Arcadia offense. They were having to run up to the line quickly there. Nobody jumped off sides. Nobody false started. Just they got to the line, got set, and were able to execute that play to perfection.
And, of course, here's going to be Garrick Hale with the kick here. Hold is good, kick is good, and that is going to be a 24-0 lead for the Arcadia Titans. I mean, for the Chargers, what a nightmare there after the bad snap over the punter's head. But that's just going to give us pretty much just 7 free points to Arcadia.
And that is, if you're Benjamin Franklin, that's a tough break. They've been able to generate stops in this game, but it's just been a few tough breaks. That bad snap is one of them. The fumble that was right near the same place at about the 35-yard line. It's just been the defense has gotten stops, but then there's been some tough breaks too for Benjamin Franklin when they've been able to generate positive momentum.
And I mean, for the Chargers, we'll see if they even get a return here on the first play. 20 seconds left. I mean, they might just want to run a play and just see if they can get a few yards and maybe force something later in the drive. But yeah, 19 seconds left. Don't expect much to happen here unless they get a big kickoff or maybe a big first play run.
Once again, they have 4 men back.
Here's going to be Garrick Heil with the kick, and that is going to be caught just around the 5-yard line. And with the return, let's see if they can get anywhere going. Not much, just past the 23-yard line with 14 seconds left in the half.
So we'll see here if Benjamin Franklin's going to, are they going to run a play here, or are they just going to take a knee? Because you want to maybe do something, but 14 seconds left. You don't want to risk a turnover with 14 seconds to go, backed up in your own territory.
Yeah, and with how things have been going for the Chargers, especially with that snap, we're probably going to see it from under center here. You don't want to see another bad snap, but it's probably more likely that there's a bad snap or a fumble at this point than a 80-ish yard run. But they're going to be in the shotgun again. Here's another run, taking it outside. And he's going to get about a 6-yard gain there, and it looks like that clock is going to run until halftime. All right, and at halftime, it's going to be Arcadia Titans 24, Benjamin Franklin Chargers 0. What a great first half by Arcadia, shutting out and shutting down so far the Chargers offense. And their offense has been looking great themselves, too.
That it has. Arcadia near perfect first half. Done everything, to the book. And Benjamin Franklin, just a tough break. Like I mentioned a few minutes ago, they've had positive momentum at times in this first half, but just haven't been able to, when they've had opportunities, it's always been they've committed a tough penalty or a turnover, or like we just saw, that bad snap. So we'll see what they draw up here at the start of the second half.
I mean, and for Rooney in the offense, Ray Brown has to be happy with how they've been going so far. Not as explosive as it usually is. I mean, of course they did have that long touchdown with Brady Force, but not as many big plays as they usually do. But you're also not seeing them kind of just run the clock like they usually do. They did have it on their touchdown drive before that short one, but so kind of want to beat you for what I'm saying, but not as much as domination on the clock or big plays as we've seen, but still been looking great.
Yeah, but that shows they don't have to have those big splash plays to win games and get down the field. Arcadia can beat you with those, but they can also just pound the ball up the gut with Brady Forrest and Joe Hoos, and they can, on 3rd and short, hand it to John Coulter. They can win the game. They can beat you in multiple ways, and we're seeing that in this first half.
Yeah, and I mean, at halftime, 24-0. We're excited to come back to the second half. Thank you for listening, and we're going to go to halftime break.
Hello everyone, this is Kyle Cooper with Varsity Sports, and I'm back again with another halftime segment. Now, let's shift sports and go to the NBA. The season starting in just under 2 months, let's take it to the podium with new Phoenix Suns guard Bradley Beal. Will he play point guard? Is Bradley Beal ready for his new role? Will he fulfill the passing duties of the point guard position? Will he continue to play great alongside other superstars Kevin Durant and Devin Booker? Will this be another super team that falls flat? How will sharing the ball work? And can the Suns finally win a championship? Finally, is Bradley Beal the real deal? All of these questions will be answered as the season starts. Now, Bradley Beal was an elite scorer with the Washington Wizards. Beal averaged 30 points a game just 2 seasons ago and shot 46% from the field over his career, along with averaging 4.3 assists. Bradley Beal has definitely proven himself in this league thus far, but the last season has to leave Phoenix Suns fans a little concerned. Beal only played 40 games of that season and suffered a left wrist injury which kept him out for the last 42 games of the season. He also shot a career low 30% from the three-point line. And it's important to note that the injury was on his wrist, and Phoenix Suns fans need to keep that in mind because there's been players who have had wrist injuries and that's altered their entire career in the NBA. So another stat from last year is he actually averaged a career high 6.6 assists a game in those 40 games, which is very promising for Phoenix Suns fans, as he most likely will play some sort of point guard role for them. And passing will be crucial for Bradley Beal, as he'll need to dish it off to other superstars, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Sounds like as well Kevin Durant will be posting up a lot more this season, so that will give Bradley Beal a little more space, a little more freedom to pass it off to Kevin Durant down in the post, but he will also have to dish it off to Devin Booker and other players on the team. So we will see as the season progresses how this will all work. And Phoenix Suns fans might be having a little flashback of the Brooklyn Nets a few years ago with their superstar team and Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. And that was a complete mess. They did not win a championship. It was not successful. So it's one thing for a team to look good on paper, but does that translate well to the actual court and the actual play? So one of those members, Kevin Durant, actually had success with Golden State. You know, he won a championship with Golden State and was successful on a team with superstars. It remains to be seen if this will be either a superstar team that will fall flat or they will perform well. It really is championship or bust, especially after last year. Durant was even quoted saying how embarrassed he was was after their loss to the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs last year. They certainly underperformed according to expectations of the fans and everyone in the league. They've got Bradley Beal, and they have a new head coach in Frank Vogel, who won a championship with the Lakers a few seasons ago. They need to perform extremely well this season and beat out the tough competition with the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Lakers, who have their own dream team. And reading early predictions for the season, the Phoenix Suns are on a lot of those at number 1 to be the best team and to win the NBA championship. Big question still remains: who will play point guard? How will they navigate that role? Will Bradley Beal be the guy to fulfill that position with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and this dream team? Can Bradley Beal perform in this new position? The Phoenix Suns open up their season against the Golden State Warriors. What a matchup that will be. Chris Paul just traded this last offseason to the Warriors, the new look Warriors against the new look Phoenix Suns. All NBA fans will be watching that game. We will be seeing if this experiment will work with a new head coach, a new guard in Bradley Beal. Once again, this has been Kyle Cooper with Varsity Sports. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Podium Talk. Make sure you tune in to Varsity Live, which is our pregame and postgame show that ties in all of our games and coverage. We talk to players and our analysts who give a pregame preview and postgame recap on the show, and more content surrounding all of our coverage. Once again, this has been Kyle Cooper, and enjoy the rest of the games.
All right, everybody. So even though it's early in the season, we still don't feel like it's too early to take a look at some of our stat leaders across the Arizona high school football landscape. Let's get into it. So starting off with our passing yards leader in Arizona, how about Gage Baker from Paradise Honors in Surprise, who already has 1,057 yards passing. So our rushing yards leader is Jaden Plotkin from River Valley in Mojave Valley. He already has 517 rushing yards. Our receiving yard leader is Uriah Nellums from Santan Charter in Gilbert. He has 470 receiving yards already. And how about Adrian Robinson from Chandler Prep, who already has 11 total touchdowns this young in the season. Our leader in total tackles is Andrew Colan from Scottsdale Prep Academy with 46. Currently, it's an absolute battle for the sack leader. We have a 5-way tie with 5 players having 6 total sacks, so we're going to shout out all of them. So how about Athewin Errol from Vista Grande, Dean Vincent from Pinnacle, Joey Alderete also from Vista Grande, Tristan Sanchez from Morenci, and we have JJ Brutus from ALA West Foothills. And last but not least, we have Ted Scow out of Buckeye, leading all Arizona high school football players with his 4 interceptions.
Hi, my name is Eric Perry, and I'm the proud owner of Eco Roofing Solutions. I've been in this industry for over 25 years, and I'm the current president of the Arizona Roofing Contractors Association. Our mission is to provide the absolute best customer experience, and we operate all over the entire state of Arizona. We will come out and provide a courtesy, no obligation roof inspection to you, as well as an estimate within 24 hours. Our team is dedicated to providing the best quality product and workmanship, and we're here to serve you. You can call us at 480-695-7736 or check us out online at ecoroofaz.com. To learn more about us, you can find me on Instagram at YourBeardedRoofer or at Eco Roofing Solutions AZ. We are proud supporters of our community's youth and the next generation, and we would love for you to come and join the hashtag Eco Family today.
Call Eric and his team at Eco Roofing Solutions, 480-695-7736, and they'll give you a fast, free, no-nonsense estimate. Tell them Vince sent you.
The Saguaro Sabercats enter their 3rd week of action with convincing wins over ALA Queen Creek and Mountain View. But their Week 3 matchup might feel a little bit different because it's against an all-too-familiar opponent, the Basha Bears. The two teams matched up last year in the Open State Division Championship, with the Basha Bears winning a close 28-21 game. Last season, the Sabercats were led by star quarterback Devin Dampier, who transferred from Pinnacle. He had a tough game in the championship as the Basha defense made it extremely hard on him. He went 10 for 23 for only 72 yards through the air and an interception. But he did have a huge impact on the ground as he scored 2 rushing touchdowns, which accounted for 2 out of the 3 SaberCat touchdowns in the game. SaberCat running back Jaden Matthews was also a big contributor to the SaberCat effort in the championship game, as he had a 94-yard kick return touchdown. It really was a valiant effort from the SaberCats, as they would probably be considered underdogs for that game, and the game ended up in the hands of Devin Dampier with a late drive potentially that would tie the game, but the fierce Basha defense made the stop and ended up winning a 1-possession game 28-21. Things this year, though, are different for the SaberCats. Quarterback Devin Dampier is now a New Mexico Lobo, as he was a senior last season, so they bring in Mason Bray, who's off to a really good start, leading to the SaberCats being 2-0, but they are returning a ton of players from the team last year, such as the aforementioned Jaden Matthews and Jacoby Spence. And Matthews and Spence are just a couple names that represent the several players returning for the SaberCats this year who now have championship game experience. But regardless, it does change up the team when you have a new quarterback at the helm. But for Mason Bray, it doesn't seem to be a struggle at all because he is off to a terrific start. Through 2 games, he's thrown 7 touchdown passes through the air and only had 1 interception while averaging over 270 yards per game through 2 games. But as an entire team, the SaberCats are clicking on all cylinders through 2 games. They're averaging more than 400 total yards of offense, as well as having forced 5 turnovers through those 2 games. In Game 1, they scored 49 points, and in Game 2, they scored 44, which means they're averaging 46.5 points per game. So why is this game so significant? Well, of course, the SaberCats want to avenge their loss last season, but also this is a season where in Arizona high school football, there are so many teams in contention to potentially win the state championship. So the winner of this game really could prove that they are in that contention. So it's a really big game for both teams. So even though the SaberCats are off to a scorching start, the same can't be said for the Basha Bears, as they've already lost a game. They enter today with a 1-1 record, having lost their last game at home 22-21 in a really close-fought contest to Highland. So just like in the state championship game, we expect this matchup between the SaberCats and Bears, the second one ever, as last year was their first matchup ever. We expect this one to be more of the same, closely fought, intense. So we'll see if the SaberCats can take advantage of being at home in this matchup and winning the game. So we're going to send it back to all our broadcasts after this halftime show, and we hope you enjoy the rest of this one and all the other games on the Varsity Sports Show.
Hi, my name is Eric Perry, and I'm the proud owner of Eco Roofing Solutions. I've been in this industry for over 25 years, and I'm the current president of the Arizona Roofing Contractors Association. Our mission is to provide the absolute best customer experience, and we operate all over the entire state of Arizona. We will come out and provide a courtesy, no-obligation roof inspection to you, as well as an estimate within 24 hours. Our team is dedicated to providing the best quality product and workmanship, and we're here to serve you. You can call us at 480-695-7736 or check us out online at ecoroofaz.com. To learn more about us, you can find me on Instagram at YourBeardedRoofer or at EcoRoofingSolutionsAZ. We are proud supporters of our community's youth and the next generation, and we would love for you to come and join the hashtag Eco family today.
Call Eric and his team at Eco Roofing Solutions, 480-695-7736, and they'll give you a fast, free, no-nonsense estimate. Tell them Vince sent you.
Hello everyone, this is Kyle Cooper with Varsity Sports, and I'm back again with another halftime segment. Now, let's shift sports and go to the NBA. The season's starting in just under 2 months. Let's take it to the podium with new Phoenix Suns guard Bradley Beal. Will he play point guard? Is Bradley Beal ready for his new role? Will he fulfill the passing duties of the point guard position? He continued to play great alongside other superstars Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Will this be another super team that falls flat? How will sharing the ball work? And can the Suns finally win a championship? Finally, is Bradley Beal the real deal? All of these questions will be answered as the season starts. Now, Bradley Beal was an elite scorer with the Washington Wizards. Beal averaged 30 points a game just 2 seasons ago and shot 46% from the field over his career, along with averaging 4.3 assists. Bradley Beal has definitely proven himself in this league thus far, but the last season has to leave Phoenix Suns fans a little concerned. Beal only played 40 games of that season and suffered a left wrist injury which kept him out for the last 42 games of the season. He also shot a career low 30% from the three-point line. And it's important to note that the injury was on his wrist, and Phoenix Suns fans need to keep that in mind because there's been players who have had wrist injuries and that's altered their entire career in the NBA. So another stat from last year is he actually averaged a career high 6.6 assists a game in those 40 games, which is very promising for Phoenix Suns fans, as he most likely will play some sort of point guard role for them. And passing will be crucial for Bradley Beal, as he'll need to dish it off to other superstars, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Sounds like as well Kevin Durant will be posting up a lot more this season, so that will give Bradley Beal a little more space, a little more freedom to pass it off to Kevin Durant down in the post, but he will also have to dish it off to Devin Booker and other players on the team. So we will see as the season progresses how this will all work. And Phoenix Suns fans might be having a little flashback of the Brooklyn Nets a few years ago with their superstar team and Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. And that was a complete mess. They did not win a championship. It was not successful. So it's one thing for a team to look good on paper, but does that translate well to the actual court and the actual play? So one of those members, Kevin Durant, actually had success with Golden State. You know, he won a championship with Golden State and was successful on a team with superstars. It remains to be seen if this will be either a superstar team that will fall flat or they will perform well. It really is championship or bust, especially after last year. Durant was even quoted saying how embarrassed he was after their loss to the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs last year. They certainly underperformed according to expectations of the fans and everyone in the league. They've got Bradley Beal, and they have a new head coach in Frank Vogel, who won a championship with the Lakers a few seasons ago. They need to perform extremely well this season and beat out the tough competition with the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Lakers, who have their own dream team. And reading early predictions for the season, the Phoenix Suns are on a lot of those at #1 to be the best team and to win the NBA championship. Big question still remains: who will play point guard? How will they navigate that role? Will Bradley Beal be the guy to fulfill that position with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and this dream team? Can Bradley Beal perform in this new position? The Phoenix Suns open up their season against the Golden State Warriors. What a matchup that will be. Chris Paul just traded this last offseason to the Warriors, the new look Warriors against the new look Phoenix Suns. All NBA fans will be watching that game. We will be seeing if this experiment will work with a new head coach, new guard in Bradley Beal. Once again, this has been Kyle Cooper with Varsity Sports. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Podium Talk. Make sure you tune in to Varsity Live, which is our pregame and postgame show that ties in all of our games and coverage. We talk to players and our analysts who give a pregame preview and postgame recap on the show, and more content surrounding all of our coverage. Once again, this has been Kyle Cooper, and enjoy the rest of the games.
Everyone, nice to meet you. I'm Ryan Sikora. I'm going to be one of the interns this fall at the Varsity Sports Show. So happy to be with you guys this year. I've loved sports for as long as I can remember, and I cannot wait to be with you guys on Thursday, Friday, and even some Saturdays all this year.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona for the second half of the Arcadia Titans hosting the Benjamin Franklin Chargers. Michael, it's 24-0 at the half. The Titans lead. Offense has looked great. Defense has looked great. Kind of seems like a repetitive theme for this Arcadia Titans team so far this season. But forced first touchdown with a long touchdown run going down the outside right side of the field for about, I think it was 35, 40-ish yards. I mean, after Rooney turned a bad play into a huge run for him, next play Forrest ran all the way down the field. Second touchdown, Forrest about 2-3 yards in the Wildcat formation, just running up the middle. And then third touchdown, after a snap over the punter's head, we saw Rooney throw a pass down the seam, down the sideline to Alex Alba to make it 24-0. Before we get to this kickoff or even a little bit into it, what do you like what you've seen so far?
Yeah, Arcadia has, we talked about it at the end of the first half. They've scored in a variety of ways. They've had the long passes. They've scored. They've used the run. They've used the run well. Brady Forrest has done a great job, and look at that pooch kick.
Onside kick picked up by the Titans.
And it looks like that will be Titans ball.
Yeah, it was an onside kick there. But what I was saying, Arcadia's scored in a variety of ways. They've shown that we mentioned this at the end of the first half. Arcadia doesn't need the big plays to beat you. They can run the ball down your throat too. They showed that in the first half. Brady Forrest has the 2 touchdowns, and then the fade route to Alex Alba was the other one. So Benjamin Franklin has had its good moments too, but they need some luck to roll their way and put a complete drive together here.
And here we go. Of course, we see Rooney in the shotgun as usual with 3 receivers out wide, 2 on the right side. And it's going to be a screen pass. Looks like that might be Who's over there, dodge and tackle, and then getting hit for about a 5-yard gain. And yeah, that was Chris Who's, not Joe Who's, Chris Who's. Usually mix the guys up a little bit, but yeah, Chris Who's on the screen pass there for a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, and Who's was making guys miss. Juked one, juked another. There's a lot of guys on this Arcadia team that just have phenomenal elusiveness.
It's going to be Rooney in the shotgun here, and that might be no flag anywhere on the field. Some guys are looking over, expecting one. As Rooney looks to the sideline in the shotgun again with 3 receivers out wide and 1 out wide left and 1 on the right. And it's going to be a read option for Rooney, and he gets the first down there. Maybe a yard short, actually.
And when you're playing Arcadia, that's something you have to keep a watch out on, that read option, because, I mean, we've talked about Braylon Rooney's legs ad nauseum. He can keep the ball himself and, get on a run like that. I mean, we even saw on that botched snap earlier that he ran 20 yards for a first down. He's dangerous with the ball in his hands.
And here's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Titans. Rooney in the shotgun. Same formation, 3 guys out left, 1 on the right. And that's going to be a first down, pass caught for a big gain, about maybe 10, 15-ish yards. And it looks like that is going to be Carter Pruitt for the first down. And Carter Pruitt, we haven't seen as much of him on the offensive side this game, catching as many passes, but they have been running the ball a lot more. But Carter Pruitt, not having as much action on offense, but of course he is a very talented receiver, one of the best ones on this Arcadia team.
And he's all over on defense too.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Titans offense on about the 37-yard line. Going to be Braylon Rooney in the shotgun, excuse me. And it's going to be a shovel over to Brady Forrest, and he's going to get a gain of about 5 or 6 there.
Got up to about the 30 there. Arcadia quickly moving the ball down the field here.
And, I mean, they've been pushing the ball well this drive with a few passes. I mean, of course, that big, short, but big 3rd-and-1 conversion just to keep it going. They probably would have gone for it anyway. Of course, how Ray Brown coaches likes to come out of the second half strong, but still a big first down that they had earlier. And it's going to be the handoff to Force, and he's going to muscle through a few yards then, maybe about 5-6 yards. And Brody Force, for a guy his size, I mean, we've just seen him just throw his body into these linebackers, D linemen, any defender really in his way for the Chargers.
He is. He's physical. He is a very, very physical back. We've talked all night and all season about his speed and about his elusiveness, but he's a very physical back too, and he's shown it consistently tonight.
And he's just going to be another 3rd and short for the Titans. Braylon Rooney in the snap with Force behind him and 2 receivers out wide on each side. Here's Rooney with the snap, dropping back. He's going to look deep down the field, and it's going to be caught. A first down. Looks like that was caught by Nick Gettner.
Wow, what a grab. That ball was kind of tailing away from Nick Gettner. He had to come back for that one.
Yeah, I mean, these passes down the field that he's been able to make, I mean, really, he kind of just threw that up, but not in a bad way, of course, but Gettner being able to go up there and get that 6 foot, 145 junior receiver. Nick Gettner is kind of like the wide receiver 3 on this team, but he has been very solid in that spot.
And here comes danger, Jeremy Smith by himself to the left.
It's going to be forced up the middle, or pardon me, up to the left a little bit for just a few yards there. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 5 as we hit the 8-minute mark in the 3rd quarter.
Brings up a 2nd and goal from the 5.
Yeah, what I was saying, I mean, that catch by Nick Gettner, just going up there to get that ball on a 3rd down like that. I like the deep shots that Rooney has been taking on these 3rd down plays. And as we see Rooney here in the shotgun, 2nd and goal from the 5, a receiver out wide on each side. He's looking left, bullet throw, and a great tackle by the Chargers corner back there, to stop the touchdown.
Yeah, that's excellent. That looked like something that could, from our vantage point at least, looked like something that could have gotten called for a horse collar, but.
Yeah, I mean, good hands by Jeremy Smith. I mean, going across your body on a pinpoint throw by Braylon Rooney. Of course, not a long pass, not a far pass, but pinpoint precision there, and yeah, just a great tackle there to stop Jeremy Smith from getting anything. And the 3rd straight 3rd down for the Titans here. 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line as they're going to look to punch this in for a touchdown. They're going to run up the middle to the fullback, and that's going to be touchdown Titans. Arcadia takes a 30-0 lead. That's going to be John Coulter with the touchdown. We talked about him earlier being kind of like the fullback on offense or big body back in the backfield, but touchdown there for the Titans, 30-0, another big drive for them there, and 3 3rd down conversions.
And there we are, John Coulter they're just in the jumbo formation, and John Coulter just pounds that ball through.
And John Coulter at 5'10", 207, I mean, he's kind of a scary guy to have just run right at you in the backfield. As here we see Heil for the kickoff to make this a 31-0 lead, and there's a high snap, but Coulter is able to, my apologies.
That's an excellent job. That was a high snap. The fact that Ian Slater was able to get that down at all, and Garrick Heil was even able to, I mean, that's a type of mistake right there where that kick gets blocked 95 times out of 100. You can't say, enough about the job that even on, mistakes like that the Arcadia specialist group is doing.
And thank you for that there, Slater, with the great catch and hold there. Looked like a receiver out there with those hands. But, yeah, our Titans lead 31-0. Great drive to start off the second half at just under a 5.5-minute drive. But Like we said, 3 third-down conversions just to keep the drive going. All third and shorts, but they were able to easily convert every single one of those to extend the drive or end the drive. And here comes Heil with the kickoff again.
There's the whistle. Let's get those feet in gear. If they're still on the field, you're still on the stands, let them know you're here. Keep going to the pause kick.
Now it's going to be interesting to see what Benjamin Franklin comes out and does here.
And a deep kick there by Heil. I mean, we've seen him get through for a touchback into the end zone a lot, but that might have been one of his deepest ones of the day.
Well, the Benjamin Franklin special teams group really hasn't had to move very far tonight. They've been all touchbacks from Garrick Heil.
And I mean, of course, with 0 points on the board, Chargers will want to try and get something going, of course. But what do you expect Norris to say to his team at halftime? And what do you think Norris wants to see from this team in the second half on the offensive side?
I think he just wants to see, positive strides, because they were in this game and they still can be, even though they're down 31.
There's me a run up the middle, stuffed maybe for about 1 yard, but nothing much going there. But again, on this drive, we have been seeing the Chargers in the shotgun a lot more.
They're still, and like I was saying, they're still in this game. Danny Norris was saying at halftime, I'm sure, that guys, everything that went wrong for us in the first half, it's fixable. The fumble, the penalties, the high snap, these are all fixable things if you're Benjamin Franklin.
And we're going to see yet another shotgun snap, shotgun formation here for the Chargers. He's going to look out right and bat it down. Great. Ooh, and there's going to be a flag. Looks like he might have gone there a little bit early, just before the ball came. But, I mean, good call there by the ref. It was kind of just a bang-bang play to make that, but looks like that's going to be a pass interference.
And there's another one of those penalties. We mentioned it earlier. Arcadia's been pretty penalty-free this season. They've played cleanly, but had a roughing the passer earlier and then pass interference there.
Yeah, and this is a team that limits mistakes. We haven't seen that many turnovers. Rooney's only thrown 1 pick, and although it was at the end of the game last week, they were able to get the stop to save it. But, yeah, this has really been a mistake-free team for most of the season. As there we see Ridge Allen with the run on the outside, stopped short.
Ridge Allen on the carry.
We're just past the line of scrimmage there, it looks like. That's going to be 2nd and 9 for Benjamin Franklin.
Looks like Carter Pruitt once again first in on the tackle.
And there's Carter Pruitt again. If you're trying to see who's on the tackle, Carter Pruitt's usually invited to the party, so to speak.
I mean, yeah, this team really just swarms on defense. A lot of the guys are able to just find the ball carrier wherever they are and just get there quickly. As there's a shotgun snap again, and flag, that's going to be an offsides on the Titans. So that's going to be a 2nd and 4 for the Chargers.
And a usually disciplined Titans team, 2 penalties on this drive.
And that's going to be one of the things that Ray Brown will talk to them after. I mean, even if it's 3 penalties so far in this game, maybe 4, Ray Brown in the locker room will still want to talk about that, mainly just the back-to-back that, believe me, he will not forget about, because he's a guy who likes disciplined play, clean play, and back-to-back penalties, even if it's the only 2, maybe 3 total in the game, that will be on his mind. As here's the Chargers in the shotgun snap again, it's going to be a handoff to Ridge Allen and stopped again just past the line of scrimmage, and they're going to have a 3rd down here.
Yeah, our Benjamin Franklin's offensive line, they're a great unit, but they're just not getting the push that they were getting in the first half. As far as those penalties go, though, it's like I mentioned with Benjamin Franklin. Those things are fixable. They're fixable and avoidable if you're Arcadia.
And, I mean, if you're Benjamin Franklin, you need a 1st down here just to at least get down the field a little bit, get into the red zone, and just tire out this defense a little bit. So this is going to be a big 3rd and 4 for Danny Norris's offense. And they're going from the shotgun yet again. We've seen a lot of that these past 2 drives. And it's going to be the handoff to, looks like Ridge Allen again. And again, just short maybe the line of scrimmage there.
No gain on the play, 4th and 4.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 4. It looks like this Chargers offense is going to want to go for it.
It looks like they're going to bring the punt unit out. Seeing who that is back there, the punt.
Chris Who's back for the Titans.
That's me, Chris, who's back there for the punt.
And back to punt 4 is Ashton Grant for Benjamin Franklin.
Big rush, and it's blocked. The punt has been blocked by the Titans, and they had about 3 or 4 guys all going to block that punt, laying out for that. So, I mean, usually you see one guy, but just a kind of a collapse by the O-line there and the blocking team and the special teams for the Chargers. But just a great bull rush by everyone there on that special team for Arcadia.
Yeah, that was a bit of a jailbreak there if you're Arcadia. Another tough break there for Benjamin Franklin. But Arcadia at the 41-yard line, good field position.
And again, we're going to see Braylon Rooney and the offense out there. I just love seeing him run this offense, along with Brady Forrest, of course, but they run it so well. That's made the handoff to Joe Who's there, and no gain at all, but good to see Joe Who's up there getting some reps.
Now it's going to be interesting here. How does Benjamin Franklin's defense respond?
Ball back on the 40.
It's gonna be a 2nd and 11 for Arcadia from about the 40-yard line of the Chargers. As here we see Rooney in the shotgun, 2 receivers out to the right, 1 on the left. He's looking left, and it's gonna be a slant pass caught. And it looks like that is going to be Alex Alba.
And that's not bad coverage by Preston Kleinman either. Maybe that gets here a second late. He can step in and jump that route, but just a zinger in there from Braylon Rooney to get that pass in there to Alba.
And I did hear the PA announcer say Zach Smith. Unless if I've been missing it, Zach Smith may be in this game.
That is indeed Zach Smith in the game at quarterback.
Well, thank you, PA announcer, for the catch, because I missed that the first 2 plays here. But yeah, looks like we see Zach Smith in here to possibly finish off the game. Rooney's probably just getting some rest and get some reps for Zach Smith.
Yeah, with the team up 31, Braylon Rooney's night, it wouldn't surprise me if his night's done. He's standing there on the sideline next to Carter Pruitt.
It's going to be the pitch out right to Joe Who's there, and he's going to get a few yards there as a flag goes up, flag in the backfield. And it looks like that penalty will be on.
Still waiting to see a signal from the white hat. Holding.
And it's me holding on the offense.
Bring the ball back.
When do you want to shout out Pruitt? I forgot the name. Do you remember it? Okay, you got the city too.
And we got some special viewers coming in from across the United States. Doug Pruitt watching from Duluth, Minnesota. So hello, Doug. Hope you're enjoying the ball game tonight. Thanks for tuning in all the way from Duluth. We really appreciate it here on the Varsity Sports Show. Hope you're enjoying this ball game here as the Titans are up 31-0.
It's going to be a 1st and 20 for this Titans offense after that holding call. Zach Smith in the shotgun, dropping back, and it's going to be a screen pass to, it looks like that is going to be Chris Hughes. And he's going to get a few yards there, a solid chunk.
The Who's and Who's show.
We love the Who's and Who's show. I mean, 2 guys that are slept on this offense. Of course, they're not as main of the guys like Pruitt and Smith and Jeremy Smith. But those are some guys who are really reliable when they come in for some reps. Excuse me for the good chunk of yards there. That was 3 yards. I was looking too far down the field. As Zach Smith drops back, he's going to look deep, and get brought up in the pocket, and he's running for the first down. Looks like he's going to get that easily with a hurdle by Zach Smith as a flag comes out on the run.
We'll have to wait on the flag there here. Maybe this comes back, but that's one heck of a hurdle.
Yeah, I mean, just what a run by Zach Smith, able to get, even if the penalty takes that back, Zach Smith able to just feel the rush, step up in the pocket, look downfield for any receivers, and then just to keep running down the field for the first down, which could be brought back a little bit. Maybe not.
Holding on the offense.
All right, yep, and it will be holding on the offense. Thank you for that. Well, yeah, I mean, there's another back-to-back holding calls there, or not back-to-back, 2 and 3 plays for holding calls. So, I mean, of course, it's not the biggest deal with this score, but Ray Brown will want to clean that up, and that will be one of his focuses in practice and in the locker room.
And this will be, I believe, the most penalized we've seen Arcadia in a game this season.
Oh, definitely. I mean, if that is correct, I think that is about 5 penalties so far. As here's Smith under center, dropping out right, and he just, as he's getting sacked, just throws that right down.
Another flag on the play.
I mean, Zach Smith has, I know he got hit there, was able to get rid of that ball, but he has had some pretty good awareness so far these last few plays, being able to throw that ball and just avoid a sack, unless if they do call that intentional grounding, but I don't think so. He was being hit as he threw that ball, so that could make up for it. Oh, and it will be intentional grounding, never mind. Trying to find a reason why that wouldn't be intentional grounding.
No, there wasn't a receiver in the area, so that's textbook intentional grounding.
I mean, maybe if as getting hit, the throw could have, being hit as he thrown it could have made up for it, but guess not. But yeah, that will be another penalty there. I mean, we have seen some Zach Smith mobility this last few plays, either the big run or just getting out of the pocket there. With 34 seconds left in the third quarter, it is still 31-0 Arcadia Titans over the Benjamin Franklin Chargers, as Zach Smith is in the shotgun on third down. Looking down the field, kind of a jump pass caught by Joe Who's there. No gain there, really. And there's another flag on the play there.
And Zach Smith is frustrated. He's like, what more do we have to do here? Because that might be another penalty on Arcadia.
And he really had no time there, kind of just being rushed quick. But, I mean, kind of the jump pass there, a little fanciness from Zach Smith. But, I mean, he's doing what he can, getting rushed a little bit, able to get the ball off. Just not getting as much help there from his O-line as Rooney did. And that penalty holding call on the Titans will be declined by the Chargers, as it is fourth down. And it looks like they will go for it. For about 4th and 8 from the 49-yard line. Zach Smith in the shotgun. Receivers out, 3 receivers on the right side. Down the field, Zach Smith throws it. Deep ball, incomplete, just around the 5-yard line, tiny bit overthrown. Zach Smith does not look very happy right now, but, I mean, he's able to get a pass off there, got some receivers down the field, but couldn't get much going on that drive. There are a lot of penalties that killed them there.
Pretty much everything that was positive on that drive was negated by all those penalties. But, I mean, a lot to like if you're Arcadia, up 31-0, but that was a penalty-filled drive. That'll definitely be a focal point in the Monday meeting.
And with 23 seconds left in this third quarter, still, of course, 31-0, as just previously mentioned. That is going to be the handoff there to the usual Ridge Allen. And it looks like this clock will keep going to the end of the quarter. And at the end of the third quarter, again, will be 31-0, Titans over Chargers. As we're going to break, we'll see you for the fourth quarter.
That is the end of the third quarter. The score, Titans 31.
Hi, my name is Eric Perry, and I'm the proud owner of Eco Roofing Solutions. I've been in this industry for over 25 years, and I'm the current president of the Arizona Roofing Contractors Association. Our mission is to provide the absolute best customer experience, and we operate all over the entire state of Arizona. We will come out and provide a courtesy, no obligation roof inspection to you as well as an estimate within 24 hours. Our team is dedicated to providing the best quality product and workmanship, and we're here to serve you. You can call us at 480-695-7736 or check us out online at ecoroofaz.com. To learn more about us, you can find me on Instagram at YourBeardedRoofer or at EcoRoofingSolutionsAZ. We are proud supporters of our community's youth and the next generation, and we would love for you to come and join the hashtag Eco family today.
Call Eric and his team at Eco Roofing Solutions, 480-695-7736, and they'll give you a fast, free, no-nonsense estimate. Tell them Vince sent you.
And welcome back to the fourth quarter. Of course, it is 31-0 Arcadia over Benjamin Franklin. Deep shot down the field, way overthrown for the Chargers. And, I mean, with the Chargers in this fourth quarter, they're just going to try and get the offense going a little bit, just get something going for them. It has been hard for them to get much going. We haven't seen them try and, I mean, of course, we've mentioned a lot, these last two drives for them, a lot in the shotgun formation. And they're bringing that back out for this drive, but let's see if they can get the offense going a little bit, just try and get some momentum into the end of this game for them. Is that same quarterback? And again, that's going to be Ridge Allen on the carry. Their big gain. They're still running out left with a big gain for Ridge Allen on the run. He's just been a workhorse tonight. A lot of carries for him. Even if he's been getting stuffed a lot, he has been having a big chunk of the carries his way. That's going to be a big 3rd and 5 conversion for them.
And that did look like Ashton Grant? Yeah, Ashton Grant. It looked like Ashton Grant in there at quarterback.
Really? He's one of the 4 guys. He's one of the guys who hasn't thrown a pass. But he looks smaller. Yeah, it looks like that might be Ashton Grant out there at quarterback for this final drive, as the run is stopped heavily for a loss of yards by the Titans offense. Yeah, for this Chargers offense, we've seen Ty Sather throw 33 passes these last few games. Gavin Weiler throw 18 passes. And then they had another guy throw 1 pass.
Is that Willie Nelson?
Yeah, Willie
before
Nelson.
Before tonight, he threw that 1 pass.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson before, who I was kind of surprised to see start under center tonight. But now, we have Ashton Grant under center for the Chargers. For now, who's in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers outright, 1 to the left. And it's going to be a quick throw out to the left, and that's going to be a solid gain there. Probably about 13, 14 yards to get the first down on the 2nd and 11.
And that was Ty Sather under center there too. So they're switching quarterbacks by the play.
Thank you for that correction there. I missed that as well. With all these quarterbacks coming in and out from the angle, it can be kind of hard to tell. Kind of got to guess by the body physique. Yeah, I mean, this Chargers offense has been driving here.
Yeah, they're utilizing the multiple quarterback system here, and they're driving down the field here with the passing game.
I like how they're working this. In the shotgun formation again, and it's going to be a run up the middle, stuffed by Arcadia's defense. And that was Jeff Lambert with the carry there for the Chargers.
Gain of 1 second and 9.
And just under 10 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Chargers driving to try and get some points on the board. They haven't having a solid drive with a few good 3rd down conversions, as they have 2 receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left. Halfback in the backfield, and that's going to be Jet Lambert on the carry again with Ty Sather in the shotgun.
Now coming back to the running game. Now another 3rd and long here. What do they dial up?
And whoever will be under center, I'm expecting them. They'll try and get a pass off here, maybe a rollout. See if it is Ty Sadler this time. Don't want to be incorrect again with this mini quarterback system on this drive. But yep, it looks like that will be Ty Sadler in the shotgun. Same thing. 2 receivers out right, 1 out left, and a halfback in the backfield. In the shotgun, looking out left, in deep shot to the end zone, and wow. Looks like that pass is caught for a touchdown. Wow, beautiful throw, amazing catch. And that is a touchdown for the Chargers.
Logan Sargent went up and got that one. Just kind of a loopy, fading pass to the back corner of the end zone. He went up and got that one.
And his body was at a weird angle there. I mean, he was kind of just like diagonal in the air, going backwards on that. But wow, what a catch. What a throw by Ty Sadler, and catch, like you said, by Logan Sargent there to put to put the Chargers on the board. And with the snap, the kick will be good. That is 31-7. Titans over the Chargers with 8:39 left in the quarter.
8:39 remaining in the game. Titans 31, Chargers 7.
Now, coming into this next drive, does Arcadia just play the clock game and try to just run the clock down, or do they try to go down the field and put this in the end zone again?
I mean, with 8:39, there's still a lot of game left. I think that they're definitely going to keep riding with Zach Smith, try and get him some more reps. Get Joe Hoos and Chris Hoos in the backfield, and just get some rest for Rooney and Forrest. But yeah, with 8:39 left, they're not just going to run. They're not going to run the ball, just run the clock the whole game. I do think they'll try and get Zach Smith some reps and passes in there. Yeah, before this kickoff comes out, I mean, what do you like about that drive by the Chargers there?
I mean, that was a great job mixing the passing and the running game together. That was a balanced drive. That was the most balanced we've seen this offense all night. And just able to air it out into the end zone. That's one of the best passes we've seen.
And with the kickoff here, we will see Arcadia's offense come out again. But yeah, expect Zach Smith and the Who's boys to come out here and get some more reps. As here's kind of a, not pooch, not onside kick, but kind of a pooch. I don't really know how you would explain that.
Flag down near the sideline.
Down in the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 for Arcadia on the 25-yard line. 8:38 remaining in the game. Reminder, we will see you back here again next Friday evening.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll be Titans ball.
If somebody trying to sneak out early, please look around. Take out everything with you that you brought in. That includes food, that includes your chairs, that includes your children. We'll see you back here next Friday evening.
Here's a snap rollout right for Zach Smith, and he's taken down. That's a good sack there.
Quarterback brought down for a loss by Jeff Lambert.
Jeff Lambert with the sack there. Yeah, big sack there for Jeff Lambert. I mean, these last few minutes have gone really well for the Chargers. Of course, that's just one play right there, but a 12-yard sack just as we hit the 8 o'clock mark in the 4th quarter. Arcadia is backed up almost to their own end zone with the 2nd and 22.
If they get a stop, there's a chance Ben Franklin gets the ball back in good field position.
So here's a run out to the left, and it looks like that will be
Ryan Jimenez on the carry.
Ryan Jimenez on the carry, who we have not seen much of so far in these last few games, even with the blowout over St. Mary's in that first game. But yeah, Ryan Jimenez, sophomore, 5'11", 115-pound running back and cornerback.
And Jimenez is I mean, it's not him, it's Charlie Driggs, it's Luis Rosales Juarez. There is a stable of backs that Arcadia can go to even when Brady Forrest and Carter Pruitt aren't in the ball game.
This means Zach Smith in the shotgun here, third and 17, 3 receivers out right. He's looking left for Jeremy Smith with the catch, and it looks like he will be, looks like that will be a first down there. Huge gain over there. I mean, with 3 receivers out on the right, you got 1 on the left, and you make the defense think you're going to go out right. You hit Jeremy Smith on the left. Jeremy Smith has been a really good, reliable receiver for whoever's under center, or in the shotgun, should I say, for Arcadia so far this game and the season.
Yeah, that he has.
With first down, Zach Smith under center. And it's going to be a handoff, run up the middle, kind of out to the left for Jimenez again. That's going to be a solid gain there for about 8 or 9 yards.
Corey Coons, Tyler Davison on the stop, ball out to the 43-yard line. 2nd and 2.
With 2nd and 2 for the Titans, they will look to run the same formation there. Another handoff out to Jimenez, out to the left side, and he gets a solid gain there for the first down. Jimenez, with the few touches he's had on this drive, he's been looking really productive.
Good for a first down. Midfield strike, 50-yard line.
And Arcadia clearly not in, I mean, they ran out of bounds there, but clearly in no hurry, bleeding this clock down.
Zach Smith under the center again, another handoff, and this time it looks like it will be Joe Hoos with the big run there for about 10 plus yards for the first down. I mean, yeah, this drive has been mostly rushes. They've, of course, had that big third down to Jeremy Smith on that over to the left side of the field. But great drive by them, really really productive runs. 8-10 yards per rush, pretty much. But yeah, this has been a really solid drive for Joe Hoos and especially Jimenez. I see there's another handoff, stopped short of the line of scrimmage. Great stop by the Chargers defense, as it looks like that was Joe Hoos there on the carry.
Jet Lambert and Logan Sargent on the stop.
That was Sargent and Lambert on the stop there for the Chargers. And 2nd and 12 for the Titans on about the 41-yard line. It's going to be a read option. Zach Smith is going to take it out to the left. Got some blocking down the field, and he just has a very solid run there for Zach Smith. As it looks like someone on the sideline went down hard there, but great run by Zach Smith for about a 15-plus yard run. Yeah, with Smith, I mean, great job to hold on to that ball there. Reading the D end on the edge, but taking that to the left side. Great blocking by the receiver downfield. Zach Smith, who's just now getting into the huddle, but great run by him there. And that will be first, looks like it'll be first down for the Chargers, or excuse me, for the Titans on about the 25-yard line. Smith under center, handed off to Joe Hoos and taken down hard. And
is there a fumble on the play?
Looks like there may be a fumble. I think he was down, but Jonah Wilcox and some others with the big hit there. Looks like he was down way before that ball came out. But yeah, I mean, two of these last 3 plays. Great job by this Chargers D-line to get up there. With 2 minutes, about 2 minutes left, go to at the earliest, go down, but there should be a good timeline.
Can we?
As here's the another read option for Zach Smith as he stiff arms the Charger off of him.
Smith and the keeper.
Zach Smith has showed off his mobility on these and solid reads on these options these last few plays.
Looks like about the 26-yard line. 27
Yeah, this will be a big 3rd and 12 for the Titans as they look to keep this clock going a little bit. Yeah, Zach Smith has looked a little pretty impressive so far. His last drive or two, or the first drive was not the best with all the penalties, but this drive he has really been able to run this offense a lot better. Zach Smith looking down, and that's going to be knocked away by the Chargers DB.
Well, you mentioned those penalties, but his performances shine through those penalties. There's been a lot of positives from him tonight.
Definitely, and especially, I mean, this has to give him a lot of confidence after that last one with this drive. Some good passes, just running the offense well, taking the ball himself on these runs. He has looked really solid. And with just under 4 minutes left in the game, Titans ball at about the 27 on 4th and 12. Looks like they will be kicking it with Heil. That will be about a 44-yard field goal. We saw him kick one about, I think it was about 42 yards earlier in the game. Heil with about a 44-yarder here. Kick is up a little bit low, and that will be just short, kind of a line drive kick there.
And that, it looked like that kick there's a chance it got tipped at the line there.
Yeah, and I mean, with that kind of line drive, that probably was tipped. I didn't get a great look at it, but still, I mean, even with no points coming out of that drive, really solid drive by Smith and Hughes and Jimenez, who looks great on that drive running the ball. At 3:46 left, Chargers taking over down 31-7 on about their own 25-yard line. Let's see who will be under center for them here.
And now here's the Chargers' chance to take something positive to go home with. Make just a little positive momentum to go into the week 4.
And that will be another shotgun formation. Look, deep pass down the field. It looks like that is just overthrown to Willie Nelson down the field. Could not really tell. I'm guessing that was Ty Sather in under center or in the shotgun there. But yeah, Willie Nelson with a deep routes down the field. This is a very
that's a tough break. That's not too that's not too bad of a ball thrown there. But that's a tough catch trying to make it over the shoulder, looking like Willie Mays on the Polo Grounds. That's a tough. That's one of the tougher catches you have to make as a receiver.
And tough throw as well. Just trying to drop that opponent right into a bucket. Yeah, this will be a 3-receiver set as the handoff is over to Rich Allen, and he stays up for a little bit but is taken down just around the line of scrimmage. Who do we play next week? Do you even know who we play?
And the something to look forward to for next week, Arcadia once again at home, second home game of the year. They're playing the Coconino Panthers coming down the hill from Flagstaff, Arizona. Coconino playing in the 4A Grand Canyon region. Unfortunately, I will not be here, but that's a region I'm very, very familiar with.
So here's a 3rd down and a pass down the field for about 4 or so yards. That'll be a 4th and about 5 for the Chargers with just under 3 minutes left. But yeah, with this Coconino game next week, at home again for Arcadia, I mean, this offense looks great. This offense has scored in their few games so far, 34, 34, and 31 tonight. This offense has looked great. As I said, dropping 30 in every game. And, I mean, allowing 6, 28, and then 7 points. Room for the defense to talk a little bit. I mean, all around the penalties will be one thing that Ray Brown wants to talk about the most, but overall this team has looked really impressive through 3 games.
And Coconino, historically, a team like Benjamin Franklin likes to run the ball a lot. Got a new coach this year in Gary Cook.
It looks like they will be going for it on 4th down, run up the middle, and the Chargers will get the first down, run out to the left, or excuse me, out to the right with Ridge Allen there. Bold call, 4th and 5. I know it's still late in the game, but 4th and 5 from about your own 20. Great run there by Ridge Allen.
I see some of you moving out of the stands. Again, a reminder, please look around. Make sure you take everything out that you brought in.
And just under 2 minutes left in the game, the Chargers with a big 4th and 5 run just to extend the drive a little bit, put them at about the 40-yard line. Sather in the snap in the shotgun with the screen pass out to the left. That will be a solid gain there for Benjamin Franklin.
First and 10 for the Chargers. 150 remaining. Ball in the midfield strike.
That will be another first down for the Chargers offense. The last 2 plays have been pretty solid for them, just moving the chains on these last 2 with 150 left in the 4th quarter, trying to extend it a little bit and maybe put some more points on the board. Looking in the shotgun, that's going to be a ball out to the right. Couldn't get a great view of who that was, but it will be a stop just around the line of scrimmage. With it sounds like that was who's on the tackle.
Timeout, Arcadia.
That will be a timeout by Arcadia. With 1:35 left in the 4th quarter, the Titans do lead the Chargers 31-7. We're going to take you to break.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
And welcome back with 1:35 left in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Chargers offense as they have a solid drive so far, converting a 4th down and moving the chains a little bit on the 50-yard line right now. And we'll be in the shotgun for Ty Sather, looking down the field, and that ball will be a little bit underthrown and almost picked off.
Brings up a 3rd and 10 for the Chargers.
With a 3rd and 10 here for the Chargers, 1:30 left in the game. They're still going to look to move the ball a little bit, get some more first downs, move the chains a little bit, maybe put some more points on the board. Third and 10 here for Benjamin Franklin. Looks like Willie Nelson in the shotgun, high pass, and there will be a flag on the play. Looks like that will be a pass interference and a first down for the Chargers. And it looks like that was Chase Judd there on the route.
Player down, player down.
And with 1:26 left in the game, we're going to send this to break, and we will see you soon.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480
And welcome back. That will be an incompletion on 1st and 10 there, looking out to the left for the Chargers. 1:22 left in the game. Chargers will still look to push the ball down the field a little bit. I mean, they've driven pretty far on this drive, converting a 4th and 5 from inside their own 20, able to get it down to about the 35-yard line of Arcadia. Arcadia tightens up 31-7 over the Benjamin Franklin Chargers. And it looks like that will be Ty Sather in the shotgun for this one, with Willie Nelson, I believe, out on the left. And here's Preston Kleinman in motion. Shot down the field, kind of tipped, and that will be an incomplete pass down the field to about around the 10-yard line.
Pass incomplete. 3rd and 10.
And with 1:17 left in this game, I mean, Ray Brown has to be really happy about his team's performance tonight, as they will host Coconino next week. Looked really solid offense, defense, just an all-around balanced game for this team tonight. As 3rd and 10 for the Chargers. Little pass out to the left, tiny bit thrown ahead. And that will be 4th and 10 for the Chargers. And with 4th and 10 here for the Chargers, this could be the last meaningful play of the game before the Titans possibly kneel it down until the clock hits 0-0-0. Chargers in the huddle to try and convert this 4th and 10 from the 35-yard line. Yeah, for the Chargers, I mean, starting the season 2-1, now 2-2. They've starting off the first 2 games not allowing any points, as they roll out to the right, pass down the field, and that looks like that will be a touchdown. Touchdown Chargers on 4th and 10. What a pass there, and what a wide open receiver just by the pylon. Looks like that was Willie Nelson on the touchdown reception. With 1:07 left, Chargers score another touchdown to make it 31-13, 14 pending the extra point. But this Chargers offense, passing the ball, running the ball, of course, with Ridge Allen, he's been the workhorse for this team as the extra point is up. A little low, but it is good. Arcadia leads Benjamin Franklin 31-14 with 1:07 left in the game. This Chargers offense for Benjamin Franklin, running the ball a lot with Ridge Allen, who has been really the workhorse for this team, averaging over 100 yards on the ground their first 3 games of the season. In the second half and last drive of the first half, the Chargers offense was running from the shotgun, and that was just giving them a lot more of a chance to pass the ball, a little more predictability that the Titans offense has to guess a little bit. But the shotgun did work for them, 14 points in the second half. Really good touchdown drive that went at least 80 yards, maybe 85 yards, as the Chargers come out for the kick, and I'm assuming they will do an onside kick here, try and lessen the blow a little bit.
All right, I'm seeing people in the stands. I'm seeing players on the field. And I'm seeing the ball at the 40. So start making some noise. Let's finish this off with a good note.
With 1:07 left in the game, the Arcadia crowd is making some noise, banging on the bleachers, getting excited for their first home game and, of course, home win of the season. Here comes the kick, and it will not be an onside kick. They will just kick it down the field, down to the end zone, and that will be a touchback. But yeah, this Arcadia crowd has been great tonight. Fans came out to support their first home game, and boy, did the Titans deliver, allowing 14 points, of course, scoring 31, but just once again for the Arcadia Titans, just a really balanced game by the offense and the defense. Brady Force with 2 of the touchdowns. The first one, I mean, that first drive was crazy with Rooney taking the big sack, or getting out of the big sack, turning that into a big gain, and then Force getting the outside on about a 30, I think around 40-yard rush touchdown. And then Force in the Wildcat formation, running it up into the end zone on about a 2-3 run, taking a snap just straight in. And then 2 solid touchdown passes by the Titans. One from Rooney, and the other one, I believe, from Zach Smith. As the clock is just hitting under 1 running clock, as the Titans are kneeling the ball to finish off this game. And there it is, the final knee of the game. Thank you all for listening tonight to NFHS and Varsity Sports Show. This has been Bobby Murphy, announcing the Arcadia Titans win over the Benjamin Franklin Chargers 31-14. This has been Bobby Murphy doing play-by-play with my color, Michael Manny. Thank you all for listening, and this has been a great game. Great win for Arcadia, great win for the Titans, and happy crowd in Arcadia as a beautiful night in Phoenix.